Okay, looks like I'm live one more time. I see things already jumping out there. Any of y'all that were here to start with, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. It just went blank. Hopefully my mic's still working. Yeah, it's still working, looks like it. All right, well, let's get some stuff set up out here and put some poles out and see if we can get anything on the line back here. Too pretty of a place not to get something, you know. All right, I believe I'm probably fist to put at least one. Let's see, can you see my rods back? Just for that rod, that way you let me know if something's going off behind me. Let's see, there it is. All right. A tendency to get really close to this thing. Get me a jig head and I'll start flipping some jigs around back here. Joker right here set up. We'll flip this thing around and see if we can get any little panfish out here. Like this worming jig off in here. That's actually a really good throw. So, let's see what all we got here, anybody. Let's see some cat. That's what I got that line out for right there. Hopefully a catfish. Believe it or not, I came down here a little bit earlier and I made a little short video of him. But I was flipping around one of these crappie jigs and I caught about a 10-pound bowfin on a crappie jig and got him in with 4-pound test. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what I was hooked up to. I almost thought I was hung for a second. But hopefully we'll get a good catfish or two back here. The current's a little swift, the creek's all swollen, and the wind is cold, but I'm willing to try it just to see. Plus, we got about a 10, 11-foot alligator right over there, about 65, 70 yards away. I'll flip you around, see if y'all can see him. And so I had to keep my eye on him. I was hoping all of them creatures would already be in, but apparently not. I figured with all this cold weather, we wouldn't have to worry about these alligators back here so much, but that dude is over there sunning. I didn't even see him until I got all my stuff out, and I was like, yeah, it's a really odd colored rock. And then I looked really closely, and I was like, man, that ain't no rock. He's got ridges all up and down his back. Hi, Sandra. How you doing? What's up, Dana? This creek is like moving so fast down here right now. Check this out. And let's see if y'all can see the alligator. I helped point him out right here. Let's get him in frame. If he hits the water, then I'm outie. Let's see. He would be right. Keep my big old head out y'all's way. That way y'all can see him. No, he would be right down there. There's the crook, so he'll be right here on this side. I don't think at the angle y'all can see that big old joker right there, but he's right there through them trees. If you can see where my line is pointing right there through them trees, that big old hunk of gray right there, that's not a big hunk of granite rock. That's about an 11-foot alligator sitting over there watching us fish. Now, what I'm hoping is that if we get to making some splashing and some commotion over here, he doesn't come down here to investigate what it is, because they are known for doing that a lot of times. They get very curious. I see a bunch of gar pop in the top of the water, so we'll see. There's a bunch of crappie back here, and I've caught catfish back here before, kind of like accidental catches, you know, back here fishing for other things, like you catch them on like a rattle trap or something like that back here. Something that you would normally catch a fish on, let's say a bass or something back here, you catch a catfish on like a fluke or something like that. Because this is a dead lake that has made out in here. It's pretty cool how it just winds out to a dead lake. Pretty neat. Caught some really nice crappie back here before too. Crappie, warmouth, bluegill, all that stuff back here. There's a ton of big old huge gar back here. But this stuff is moving so swift. I'm very, very surprised that line right there hasn't been taken by something yet. Matter of fact, it's kind of acting like something's like moving on it right now. Oh no, no. He is the exact reason why I have not brought my kayak out here and kayaked around this little dead lake and up this creek up here, because he lives back here, Dana. It's like every time I come back here, that dude is usually he's on that other side over there. And I really wish that he was on the other side and not my side. But normally he's like way over there on the other side perched up. But I guess with it being so high, his place that he normally sits is underwater. So he's over here sunning on the bank over here. Could you see the gator where I was pointing him out at? Because he is enormous. He's got to be at least 10 to 11 foot. He's a big old joker by yay wide. Not anything I want to deal with whatsoever. Went right through that tree limb. Come on, get off of there. I believe I'll get that in the bag though. Oh, the wrap. All right, you already got it back. Oh, Lord. What? Looks like something's still trying to mess with that catfish rod over there. Hope something gets it and takes it. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to pull out about a 8 or 9 pound flathead back here, because they do come up and down these creeks from this river. What up, dude? That's right, mouse in the house. Oh, God. Yeah, I wish I tried the last time I was on this thing to see if I could zoom the camera or flip the camera, but I can't seem to figure out how to flip the camera on this thing, and I don't want to mess the live stream up just because I don't want to. Let's see if this will do it. Oh, we might be in business here. Let's see, there he is right there. Let's see if I can zoom in on him. Oh, go down a little bit. Oh, no, not that far down. There he is right there, sitting right over there sunning. That dude right there. Big old ginormous alligator back here watching me. I know it looks like he's further away, but ooh, this thing's zooming in a lot. Let's see. There he is right there. Like from where I stand right here, he is probably, that's 20, 40, he's about 45, 50 yards from me right here. But he hasn't budged since I've been here. That's pretty cool. Well, I figured out something new. At least how to flip this thing around. Even figured out how to zoom. Yeah. Hopefully my old buddy will stay on his side and me and him can play nicely out here. Oh, Lord. I'm gonna try to catch one out here. Everything seems to be kind of slow because, man, the creek is high, it's moving fast, and it is cold. Like the wind is freezing out here. Lord. They're definitely crappie back here. It's just getting to them through all this swift water. I'm very, very surprised that I haven't gotten something on that rod right there. There's a nice piece of cut bait laying right on the bottom. I kind of debated back and forth whether I was even going to do this live today because the conditions are so crappy out here, but I really wanted to come back here and check this place out. I hadn't been back here in quite a while just to see what it looked like, make sure it hadn't changed much. Had to go over a few fallen trees and stuff to get back here, but the place still kind of looks kind of sort of the same, I guess you could say. What I'm thinking about doing back here is, I don't know if any of y'all know much about trot lines. Cold front, yes, it has them slowed down like nobody's business. Yes, that is dang sure enough. What I'm thinking about doing back here is the way this creek right here runs, see if y'all can see it. This particular area that I'm at runs into this big dead lake, but when you scan around this way right here, it kind of bottlenecks in. And it makes this really cool, like wide open, dead lake, and then it bottlenecks in back to a bottleneck. I know it probably looks like it ends right here, but it doesn't. That's just a bunch of leaves and stuff where a tree is falling over right here. But it makes like a big open dead lake. And this dead lake is usually full of bass, catfish, bowfin, gar, crappie, everything back here. And I watched them when the water was clear back here. I've been back here fishing and watched them. Watched like the suckerfish and the catfish and the gar and everything else back here. They use this funnel up and down for hunting like constantly back here. Usually when I'm back here crappie fishing, I'll see them back here because the water's kind of low then. I'm fishing around this lake and on up that way. But what I'm thinking about doing is making me, because I got a perfect tie-off tree right here to this one, is making me a trot line. I have never been a big trot line person. As a matter of fact, I've only been with a couple of people that's ever done them before. So I know what they are and I know how to make them and all that. I've just never done it by myself before. But I'm thinking about trying it just to see what all I get on here. I might get back here and just get wrapped up with a big old alligator or something. I'm not sure. But I'd like to try it just to see if I could catch some good size, because I know there are some really good sized catfish back here that run back and forth up here all the time, back and forth through the river, especially now while it's high, is when most people that I've talked to that's catfish back here catches catfish. When the water's swift and dirty, pretty much they always bite anywhere when the water's swift and dirty like that. Something's picking at that line. Might be a gar. I believe it was a catfish. He done took it and like pulled a little slack off from it. I got a set of bells on there in case it starts bouncing. I'll hear it. Fishing with Kendra. What's up, Fishing with Kendra? How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live. We just out here trying to catch some stuff today. I got a one pole out for some catfish, a deep rig with a piece of cut bait on it. And I'm flipping around this crappie jig right here. I'm thinking about taking it off and start trying to flip around some worms, see if I can get some more worm goblins on here. Because the crappie fishing hasn't been doing much of nothing, which is strange, because usually up in here I catch a lot of warmouth and stuff on crappie jigs. This is a really good place to catch some warmouth at. But my boots, I stepped off in a place that I thought was a little bit shallower than it really was, and I wound up getting my boots soaked, so I'm soaked almost up to my knees. I had to come out here and pull my boots off when I first got here and dump all the water out of them. Man, I still can't believe that alligator hasn't even like bat an eye. When he gets ready and moves on, this live stream's gonna be over, because I ain't battling up with him. That dude's massive. How's everybody's day going so far? Just got off work a little while ago, and man, it's nice to be out here. Even in the cold and all this, I'd still, any day, love fishing, love fishing. Old Buck and Bass in the house. I was thinking about, remember you was talking about the catfish and stuff like that out there. And one of the ways you could really tell if there were any out there, you could go out and try to run, thinking about we could go out and try to run either some limb lines and leave them overnight, or even try to put out like maybe a trot line back at the back where the creek feeds into it, because that's always a good place to find where catfish are. Because it's like hard for me to even comprehend that that place is creek fed and there ain't catfish in it. I don't. Oh yeah, gotcha. Oh, what we got? What we got? I got a limb brim. Started moving in that current. I was like, oh yeah, I got me one. Look at the one I got me. I got the old limb brim. Wonderful. Limb brim. It ain't even a tree pounder. It's just a limb brim. Get him out of the way. I thought it done nabbed me old crappie. A lot of times they'll sit over around that pile over there. Man, I hear you, Dana. Well, I say, good thing is you at least working one of the better shifts, man. I loved back when I used to get to work 2 to 10:30. I worked 3 to 11 and 2 to 10:30 for a long, long time. I know a lot of times you're saying you're just getting off work on your videos. What do you work? Do you work like 2 to 10:30, 3 to 11, something like that? What is your actual shift that you work out there? Who all we got in there? Mr. CV Cal, nice to see you here. Sandra Ledford, nice to see you here. Thank you so much for stopping in and checking out. If y'all like fishing, like the outdoors, we do a whole lot of it on here. I try to be outside as much as I possibly can. Love fishing. I got some good camping videos coming up here from where I went bear hunting. Caught the absolute biggest trout I've ever seen up in North Georgia over there. I couldn't believe it when I caught him. It's about a 2-pounder, a little bit better rainbow. Did I catch another limb brim? Yeah, just caught another limb brim. Oh no, this is definitely a little bit over a 3-pounder. Let's see if it'll give me my my lure back. Nope, that was a snag and a break. Well, let us go get us another jiggy wig head on. I'm gonna retie this joker up. I wonder if I flip out there in the current, throw a worm out here, see if we can get some old worm goblins. 6 to whenever I'm done, usually 3 or 4. Yeah, I hear you, man. That's like a half evening shift, half night shift. Dang. Thank you, man, Miss Sandra. Yeah, dude, that's a long shift, especially on up into the night like that, Dana. Whew. I remember back when I used to work at the paper mill, we used to work all kinds of weird shifts. They always had us on 10 and 12-hour shifts out there. I do not miss that, but I'm gonna tell you, I do miss my 2 to 10:30. I hope y'all can all hear me much, much better. I got one of these little lapel, these wireless microphones to put in here, so my voice should come over a little bit better than it used to. Is that another alligator? No, that's just a log, thank goodness. Grab me another jig head, we'll retie this thing and put us a worm on the bottom. Put this joker right here on the bottom. I'm gonna go with at least. That's weird. I've never seen one like that before. Grab my pliers here and we'll straighten that out real quick. That's straight out of the pack. Must have got hit on something. Normally I keep my little sharpener or an emery. I bet I got an emery board over there if this don't come out right. Pretty sure I got an emery board in that bag. It's always good to keep you like a little emery board or something like that. That way, in case one of your hooks get dull or something like that, joker's very sharp. You can resharpen it up real quick. I'm from Georgia. I'm down here in middle Georgia, like around the Warner Robins area, a little bit below Macon. The big city of Georgia. The Peach State. Where are you at, Miss Sandra? Get this joker on here and we'll see if we can put some worms on the bottom here so we can get something to pick that up. Because, man, I ain't believing ain't nothing touched that cut bait yet. But But it is cold, windy as all get out. So come on, loop it and swoop it, baby. Nothing has touched that cut bait yet. Before I throw this one out and I fist to reel that cut bait back in. Oh, you're from Toccoa. I hear you. I know exactly where Toccoa is. We come up there a lot when we're going to the mountains. As a matter of fact, when I was trout fishing, I wasn't too far from Toccoa. I was over in War Woman up in there around the Sarahs Creek area. Love that whole area up there. Toccoa, Clayton. I like going over to what's the other place over there? Tiger. Love Hiwassee, that whole area up in there. I love going up in there camping and fishing and all that good stuff like that. Oh, cool, nice. You're in a beautiful area up there in Toccoa. Love Toccoa. Give this bad boy a shake at some point. Anything that's touched the cut bait. Put our little annoying bell in our pocket and see. Big old egg sinker up there before it gets hung on something. Man, they ain't a thing touched that piece of cut bait. That's an old piece of cut brim too. I figured something been all over that right there. Like no business. Alright, let's see if I can get it a little further out that way. Just pass it over. That'll work right there. Now come around the tree like this right here. Should be about perfect right there. Put a little tension on it. The way that baby's pulling that way, if anything hits it, we'll know. I can't believe how long it's been sitting back here, because I have been back here before and you can't hardly even get one like a line out without it feeling great. That is odd. That's the reason why I keep these bells. A lot of times I get talking to people on here and I just kind of forget and not think about it, and I don't want to turn around and see zoop, pole goes the other way. Which I got the drag really loose on. If you're going to, slip line them like that, it's like when you surf fishing, keep your drag really loose, and that way they'll just take some extra line and they won't take your rig. Dennis, what's up, Dennis? Welcome, man, welcome. Let's see if I can get you all a little bit less in that light right there. I mean, I'm sure it looks like I'm just with the light shining down on me, but I hope that's not annoying anybody's eyes. Before Lakemont, Clayton. Yeah, I like the whole Clayton area up there. I love going there camping on War Woman and all the mountains around. I like going over to Trey Mountain, all those places like that. Love camping up in all that. It's a absolutely beautiful area. Let's see if we can get us a worm on here. Maybe we'll get us a worm goblin. Man, it'll be a super bad day if they ain't a worm goblin biting. So this miss. Ain't nothing missed with that cut bait yet. Oh, big old pretty worm, pretty worm, pretty worm. Old pretty wiggler. Big old pretty wiggler on here. Maybe that's what I need to be putting on bottom. Put me some red wigglers on bottom. Go ahead and tell you, I have caught tons and tons of catfish over the years off from some red wigglers on bottom. It's weird, you can go to some places and they like cut bait better. You can go to some places and, well, they don't really like stink bait better than, I've never seen them really like stink bait better than like worms or cut bait. Some places you go, they like worms better. Some places they'll like cut bait better. just according to what their diet wise is. We just get out here and see if we can put the hoodoo. There's a big old trash pile and snag right there. How about we just go right over here and see if we can get us a old Bremus. There's a worm goblins on here on the bottom. See whatever arrow do. Maybe, just maybe, we'll see. Thank y'all all so much for showing up for the live this evening. Everybody in the house. And there's usually a ton of brim back here, but I guess maybe they're out there really, really deep around those sticks and stuff. I honestly, I don't know. I'd have figured something would have hit that crappie jig where it was. It was just funny. I was fishing with that crappie jig earlier, and the first thing to nail it, like the second cast, was that big old huge bowfin. I couldn't believe I got that thing in on 4-pound test line. I can't believe ain't nothing hitting this worm on the bottom either. You know, usually with brim, if you throw it anywhere near them, they're usually like all over it. Like you feel like little machine guns. Yep. So far, just sticks. So far, I've just caught 2 big old sticks. I haven't caught any fish. They're like ain't nothing out here so far. I'm trying to get something on the line for y'all, because heck, the last live I did, I about couldn't keep a line in the water for catching all the fish around, but there ain't nothing out here biting today. But I knew I was coming out after a cold front, and it was going to be windy and high, so I was just hoping that because of the color of this water out here that I was going to get to put something big on the line. So I know a lot of times back here in creeks and rivers and places, when the water kind of dirties up and starts getting swift, that's when I catch my better catfish. They love some dirty water. Like nobody's business, they love some dirty water. But I don't know if they're going to love this cold and dirty water. Either way, I just really want to get out and do some fishing. And I was like, today will be a perfect day right after work. I don't have anything else going on. So I will go out and do a live and just go out and have fun. See what we can put on the line. Hoping something will come up and nail that worm right here in just a second. Right here in this current sitting on bottom, I can see a big old huge warmouth grabbing it and just being gone. Either way, I figure out here with the lives, it gives me a chance to cut up with some folks out here. Oh, Lord, Lord. I come out here for a little bit, and then I'm probably going on the way home, stop by Walmart, and picking up some stuff to make that trot line with. Officially make it my first trot line ever. What I want to do with it. I know, I hear you, big guy. I'm just chilling. I ain't bothering nobody. Or are you at the hawk? Are you barking at me or at the hawk? Maybe he's barking at that big old hawk over there. Squirrel is going crazy. Yeah, this stuff back here is running pretty fast, but I want to get out, make me a trot line. I already got the weights and everything for it. Tons of them. That's what I normally use when I'm fishing at the ocean. But I like to kind of take it, tie it off right there, and throw it at an angle out through there. That way, anything that uses this channel up and down would be able to come by it and see it. And maybe, just maybe, we get a big old catfish. I thought about that. I thought about running some limb lines back here, either one. Not sure yet. But I think the trot line would probably be a little bit easier. Maybe make 2 of them out of one piece of paracord, braided paracord. Wow. Pretty sad day when even old brim won't come and bite a worm. That's pretty terrible. The thunder lizard. Oh yeah, he's still over there. I'll flip y'all around. He hasn't moved yet. I'll show y'all this big old gator here. He's still sitting in the same spot. He ain't moved yet. I'm just glad he ain't like growling and acting a fool like they do sometimes. Him right there. He's sitting over there just chilling, just warming up. As long as he don't get all ornery and try to splash down or anything like that, I think we'll be all right. The thunder lizard. I like that, Dana. The thunder lizard. All right. Move that thing to another spot. Maybe we just not want to do it today. Maybe today it's just one of those days they're just not going to do it, and I hate it. Really, did I just go in that same log I broke off on a while ago? I tried to avoid that particular log. Walk up this way and see if I can pull it out. Hopefully nothing will steal my line. I'm gonna walk up this way and pull it off that log. Walk over there and get my line back off that log and not scare the thunder lizard. I'm so surprised that he is out here as cold as it is, because on the way back here, I stepped over my boot line in a water puddle and my feet filled up with this freezing cold creek water, and it is like liquid ice. It is so cold. My feet are still like frozen inside these rubber boots, but I'm very surprised that he is back here. I figured he'd be like hibernating it out in one of these underground, like under the bank caverns somewhere, just keeping warm and chilling. Check out Ruben Flores Jigs. Ooh, I have to check that out. I've never heard of that before. Is Ruben Flores Jigs, are they on YouTube on here, or does he have like a site? Yes, sir, brother man. You be careful too tonight, Dana. Have a good man. Hey, if any of you are here, check out FCP, Dana's channel. He has got an awesome fishing channel on there. Awesome. He does pretty much a lot, like tons of striper fishing, all kinds of fishing over at Lanier over there. So I want to plug his channel on here. Dana has an awesome channel, and Buck and Bass TV also. If y'all see them on here, check out Buck and Bass TV and FCP Fishing. Both of them have excellent channels here on YouTube. And be careful tonight at work, Dana. Cool, I have to check him out on the site. I have to check him out, because I love me some crappie jigs and bass jigs and all kinds of other jigs. Probably have a little bit of a fishing tackle buying disorder, but I like fishing different things. It's fun. You never know what they're gonna like to bite. Ooh. Fish to bite that worm. You know, the cut bait is like, that's like, wow, I ain't believing nothing's biting it, but not biting a worm? I don't know if they won't bite anything else, they'll bite it. Thinking about up and down back here where I'm at, I am so far in the boonies back here that I hate to move around too much. If I pick y'all up and try to move around here, I'm probably going to lose service. It took me a little bit to find me a place back here that had good service. Doing this live, I gotta have my focus. Come on, big dog, take that piece of cut bait. Normally it don't take y'all no time to get a piece of cut bait back here. Something will be all over it. It's like everything's just kind of dormant today for some reason. Well, I know why, because it's cold. It is super cold. Bloop. That looked good right there. I'll roll that baby on the bottom right there. Roll it all around them sticks. Try not to get hung up in them sticks. But that's where the fish is. The fish is in them sticks. You'll always find them fish in cover and cover and cover. finding them in cover. Get over there away from that log. That should be good right there. Hopefully that will keep me off that log. Maybe I can pick me up an old worm goblin over there. That put me, man, that log must be all the way across the creek over here. It must have been something new that blew him down here because it was not here last time I was here. Let me go on the other side and get this thing pulled out again. Get out here and try. I figured with it being freezing cold like it is, there might not be a whole lot biting, but I figured there'd at least be something biting, like a gar. Crappy or gar. Man. Alrighty then. Gar bite, bite. Let's put us up. Put us another old jig head on there and see if we can get one of these old worm goblins over here to bite again. Sink it down to the bottom. And hopefully not get hung up again. If they have anything you want to fish with, cool. I have to check it out. Check it out and see. Love finding me new places to do me some fish shopping at. Here. Then, I can get small paddle tails. Either that or a Insta Bobby Garland and put it on here. I know. Ooh, that thing's short. So short. Yeah, I had a friend of mine. He was supposed to come back here and do the next live that I did with me, but he wound up changing shifts. So now, as I'm leaving, he's coming in and working the second shift. And he was talking to Dad. I said, dude, what, you gonna come out for the live at 3:45 today? Picking at him a little bit. Surprised he ain't already logged on here. Paddle tail. Ties lures with eyes and without eyes. That's pretty cool. You know, a lot of people put a lot of stock in the whole eye thing with the lure, and I think sometimes it does make a lot of difference as far as, like, especially the incandescent eyes and stuff on lures. It might have a little bit extra shine and clearer water, but you see what I use most of the time just to cut down on the difference. I just get these old solid lead heads. I do have some stuff at home that I can heat them up with, and if I need to, I can heat them up and color them with. But I catch just as many lures on here with just the lead heads as I do with something with eyes on it. But it does make a difference when the water is like really clear, especially fish is clear. Look at that baby right there. I'm not sure what color they actually call that. I call it the dream sickle. Look how pretty. It's got that real. Oh, there he goes. Where is he going to? He's coming over. Is he coming over here? Really? Oh, I hate when the thunder lizard disappears like that. It means he is probably coming over here. And I ain't no alligator wrangler, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, if he pops up over here and comes this way, this live stream is about to be done, because I don't have anything out here to protect myself with, period. I got straight off work and come over here, so I didn't even bring a machete with me. Usually I try to, when I go out somewhere like this, I try to bring my molten lead dispenser, but I do not have it with me. He could literally be swimming right here in front of us right now, and I wouldn't be able to see him until he was right here on us. So, I don't like when I can't see him like that. That's when it bothers me. I don't mind it when I can see him, but I guess now the sun's done changed its position and he was laying in shade. Maybe we'll get lucky and he will pop up somewhere that has a big sunning hole. But I got the feeling by the way that he was pointing, he's probably coming down this way. So I'm going to have to watch myself. Watch myself. Maybe he'll pop up again somewhere out there pretty soon. That over there is normally where he likes to be, on that side of the bank. I don't think us talking spooked him, because I've been back here before just talking a fool away, just talking up a storm, and see him on that other side of the bank over there, and it don't even bother him. He's done gotten so big that I don't think anything out here would challenge him as far as like trying to bite him or anything like that. He's definitely the man when it comes to being out here. I just don't like when they disappear like that. It really makes me nervous. Now, dang sniff ain't going to be right on the edge of the water, especially as cloudy as this water is. Heck yeah. What up, dude? Yeah, I'm at the old dead lake back here. Probably just to cut this off in a little bit, because I had about a big old huge, earlier on in the stream, I had a big old huge, about 10, 11 foot alligator right over here around from me, and it was fine as long as I could see him, but now he has done pulled a disappearing act, and it's kind of got me worried a little bit. I don't like not being to where I can see that thing. He freaks me out. I don't want him just popping up right here on me, I don't like no big alligators right here on me. And I don't even understand why he's even out as cold as it is. Blip. I can't believe it, nothing with all this. Man, that cut bait has got to be putting out an enormous amount of scent. And there ain't nothing, like nothing touching it. Oh, cold day like today. Yep, today has been all stick fishing at its finest. I caught nothing but limbs and sticks. Terrible. Funny thing, that first stick that I had, I actually thought I had a pretty good fish. It was pulling, it was like going left and right, and all it was doing was that limb was playing in the current, had me fooled. Oh, that was promising. That was definitely a bump. Definitely at least one little bump. Let's go over here and see. Get y'all over here at this angle too, where the other side of this tree is. The try to chunk out over here. See if we can get anything. Set my mind a little bit more than you. A little bit further from where she's at, so to speak. Open right here. Closest place back here. Even before the creek's high, she's on the creek. Across this gate right here. So they love these eddies in the creek or something like this. These are something a little bit thicker, like quarter ounce, half ounce jig, not too bad. These crappy jigs get really not necessary for the system. Well, what is it worth to do? One little bitty gust of wind blew it right on up in there. There we go. Dancing out of the little wind like that. Freezing sand. Beautiful day to come out to dry. There ain't nothing hitting it. Nothing today. Crappy. Rain. The big fish on the big fish rod. I don't believe it. Senator Ledford said hi again. Phil, I think she's wanting you to say hey, dude. I love that I can actually see when people write stuff on here. It's live and you can cut up with them. Lord, that wind just picked up. Like, wow. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that almost sounds like a straight line wind gust coming through here. My hands are freezing. I still got to walk through that freezing water on the way back. Oh my God. I walked through that mess again. I tried to step on the tiptoes, but just couldn't do it. It was way too much. Send this thing down there and not get hung up on that log. I really don't want to get hung up on that log again. I'm trying to keep it close. I know a lot of times there's good fish up in there. Nope, get off from there. Let's try up this way right here a little bit. Where are we at? We're pointing right over there. I should be able to walk over there and see if there's anything over here. So, this thing about it is, that would be a nice. That's off a little bit. all the time. All the time, all the time. But we ain't caught not one fish back here yet. It is cold. It is so cold back here. Yeah, nice stickerel. I know, right? Old limb brim back here. Let me tie me on another one of these just to keep held. Around over here with me. Y'all keep with me over here. I see all this good stuff out here. Oh, finally we get some action on the big rod here. Oh yeah. Take it, big guy. I see him lay that joker right there over. Oh, some pretty big action. Yeah, that thing's pretty good. See if he'll come back and get to it again. Let's see here, time one of these jig heads while we're waiting on that joker to take it. Normally something don't just hit it and let it go. Well, unless they stole the bait off from it. There it goes. Here we go. We finally got our first customer. Gotcha. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What we got? What we got? We got some big one on now. Oh, listen to that baby sing. What we got? What we got? What we got? Big old snarky fish we got here. I'm gonna drag a little bit. Oh, we got some kind of big old snarky fish on here. Big old toothy critter. Come on, be a big old nice cat type of fish. What we got? What we got? What we got? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, God. What do we got? Oh, we got some big old, what is that? A big old eel? We got a big old huge eel. There's a big old nasty joker right here. Come on up here. I didn't know these things were back here. That is like the biggest eel I've seen in a long, long, long time, my friend. Big old green eel. This big old slimy dude right here. Y'all see him right there? Big old huge slimy eel. Hey, at least it wasn't a skunk today. Dude, I'll take an eel. Big old huge slimy wimey eel. I don't want to touch that thing. I'll reach down here and get him. What you know, bro? What you know, bro? What you know? I know, right? Let's get you off from here. You gonna open up for me? I don't do that. Don't do that and slime me all up. Come on now. Let's play nice and I'll get you out of here. Go play nice and I'll get you out of here, dude. Go play nice with me, I'll play nice with you. I'm telling you. I was sitting there thinking, what is this thing pulling so weird? It's an eel. Come on now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just chill. Just chill. You don't want to hurt yourself. I'm just trying to help you get off of here. Slimy thing. And got the tail all wrapped around the line. Lord help me. Lord help me with this big old thing. I can get you on the fish grippers. Tail unwrapped. Now if I can get you on the fish grippers, that'll be easier. Open there. So big and slimy. Come on. Come on, dude. If you'll open up when you get some daggone fish grippers in there, I'll go ahead and get you off of here. Come on, buddy. The struggle is real, eel. The struggle is real. Open your mouth. These sugars in there, and then we'll get you out of here. That's the only way it's gonna go, dude. See, there you go. You'll do that, we'll do this. Get you a big old mouthful of air, and I get these things in there. There you go. Perfect. Gotcha. Your mouth's even so slimy. Tell you what. It looks like you got that hook way, way down in there. And you go, stop doing that. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. I promise. I'm trying to help. All right, fine. We'll do this old-fashioned way. Stop. You ain't slamming my boots all up now. Stop. Well, I say you ain't, but you dang sure not trying to. The last one of y'all I picked up and handled. I had slime in that rag for like months. So just chill. Get this thing out your mouth here. I think you got it. You know what? Forget it. The only thing we done caught out here so far today anyway, so you can have it. I'm gonna put you back, my friend. I know, right? All right, come on up here, Mr. Yucky. Oh, Mr. Eel, yucky eel, yucky eel. You know, these things, believe it or not, are actually pretty decent eating, these old green eels, but I'm definitely not into eating green eels tonight. But there you go. At least I caught one thing. At least it wasn't a skunk. We got one big old huge green eel back here. Bucking bass. What's up, dude? Oh, Lord, we fist to throw him back. Throw him back, throw him back. Later, homie. God, haven't seen an eel that big in a long, long time. Let me not step on the tip of my rod here. Yuck, yuck, yuckers. Hopefully he didn't slime everything up too bad. Grab him, mouse, don't be scared. I ain't scared, I just don't like all the slime. Like, I hate touching them things with my hands. It's like Slime City. Slime City everywhere. Them jokers are the slimiest thing I think I ever seen. Some people like that. I mean, look at my pliers. Where I just touched it with my pliers. It's like Slime City. Yep, fine. Can't even barely get it off my pliers. So nasty. I touched that thing with my hands. I had that smell on there for 2 days. Yuck, 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 yuck. But they're all a part of life. And they're great catfish bait too, by the way. Great catfish bait. Great catfish bait. All right, where'd that jig head go so I can set this thing right here up. Retie this baby on here, and then we're gonna retie the eel pole too, because the eel took the hook with him. Nasty things. Oh, nasty, nasty, nasty things. All the things I thought I was going to catch back here. A gar, a bowfin, a pickerel. Eel did not even register in my mind. But they're all back here in the same stuff. Just try not to catch an alligator. Oh, Mr. Thunder Lizard. nastiest, slimiest line. Ugh. I want that mess around my pole now. Had to get all this mess out of there where that eel had done slimed that thing up. Catching crappie at Tobo or what? No, dude, I'm back here catching an eel at the creek. A big old slimy green eel back here at the creek. He has done slimed up my whole nasty rig right here. Look at that mess. It's just slime over slime over slime. So nasty. So nasty. So nasty. So nasty. So yeah, I try to avoid touching them things with my hands anytime that I possibly can. And their mouth ain't really big enough for a set of fish grippers, so it's either pliers or something of that nature. And yuckers. Yucky yuckers, yucky yuckers, yuck yuckers. Alrightykins, everybody. Sun's starting to go down a little bit. We've been back here this whole time, ain't caught nothing but an eel. I am just to turn it in. Thank y'all so much for coming out to another live episode of Mullis's Outside Again. I hope y'all enjoyed coming out here and hanging out with me in the boonies back here. Getting back here at the creek, trying to dodge the alligator and catch eels and everything alike. Who we got there? Which state is this? This is the state of Georgia. We in GA, more talk on bat. I think that's how you pronounce it. More talk on bat. Yeah, we're back here in Georgia. Try not to get eaten by an alligator. Got eels on the line, and it seems like nothing else is biting but that eel. So, I mean, if I was really super hungry, I could have had supper. But I'll pass this time. I'm just to pack it in. Y'all, thank y'all so much for coming out to another exciting live on Mullis's Outside Again. And we just to shut it down. I'm just to go get warm. Just to go stop by Walmart and pick me up something to do me a trot line with. I guess I'll be probably catching some eels on here. I'd really like to be catching catfish. Aramilla sock. Yeah, that's what I was trying to catch back here was catfish today, but it is like super cold. Like super cold, windy. There ain't nothing biting. Not even brim are biting back here today. The only thing I caught was an eel. Well, I take that back. I caught about 4 sticks and an eel. So, which is crazy because usually this place back here has catfish in it. This is usually a pretty catfishy place. But either way, thank y'all so much for coming out, and I am just to shut it down and go get warm. Y'all have a great evening. We'll see y'all later. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? No.